So I think it's still February 3rd, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, Gear Lord 2023. Yes, I do have a commercial, by the way. There's a running Chiron across the bottom. Please support our sponsor. We're growing, our expenses are growing, and it works. This stuff works. That's my commercial today, by the way. I'm going to show you something that works. So let's get right to it. Uh, there's this thing going around about the eggs. So I'm gonna try and keep this on point here. But hey, have you ever heard me rail about cycles before? Maybe once or twice. Yes, Gandalph, I've heard you rail about that before. Brandy's busy. Okay, so this is a cycle of tyranny, and we're in one of the components of the cycle of tyranny. So if you go to locals, I sent out all my links. I'm ahead by like 5 minutes. I'm not going to go through this piece of report. I actually have not seen this before. I very much agree with this guy. I'll watch the rest of it. But this is our current cycle of tyranny. Now let's talk about what happens as components of this cycle of tyranny. So look, hey, I'm going to go to this is a .gov site. This is New York, man, land of the free, New York, right? I mean, I thought Canada had gotten bad. We're calling it China now. So the departments. This is the report, January 21, 2023. Here's your reports. Okay, flu shots are safe and effective. Flu shots are safe and effective. I mean, if you had your shot this year, this is not the flu shot. This is the same damn thing. We all know what's going on. So far this season, about 171 million flu vaccines have been distributed by manufacturers. Well, wait a minute. The flu's gone. The flu evaporated during the middle of COVID. That's because all the flu cases turned into COVID cases. Since the novel coronavirus has been global, influenza cases reported, oh man, they've dropped to minute levels. That's because they took all of those case numbers and they threw them at the COVID numbers. That was on the CNN Chiron, just like our sponsors Chiron is on the bottom of our screen. But we're looking for different kind of numbers, like number of days that I felt better in a row. So right now, this comes out today. Actually, is released today. Um, I caught this on Badlands Media, by the way. If you have not been to Badlands Media, uh, they have a Substack that rocks. I mean, if you really want to go, if you don't do Substack, if this is the first time you've ever done it, these guys are pretty amazing. Yeah, I love I love the support that they give real journalists, and I would love to be engaged with them at a higher level. Okay, chicken and yolk antibodies. It turns out is released in 2021. You mean in the middle of 2021 when everyone was locked down? Oh, they're good for you. The eggs are really good for you. I thought you weren't supposed to eat eggs because of cholesterol and everything else. No. Eggs are good for you. Look at this. January 2021. Chicken yolk antibodies, Iggy's. You can't call it an egg yolk, can you, Brandy? You just can't do that. You can't say egg yolks. Good. No. Okay, so it blocks these binding the spike protein. I'm not gonna do that fear show. Okay, this keeps the spike protein from spiking your ass. That's what it's saying. Oh,
Well,
wait.
would you like to know what happened? They told me I could never eat egg yolks
Of,
again.
of course not. They're too good for
3 years,
you.
three
Oh,
years ago.
shame on you.
Uh,
Eating things that are
mm,
good for you.
I don't. I'm really bad at not listening to doctors anymore.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a doctor. I actually help people. Okay, so all offense to my little brother if he's listening, by the way. Okay, so look, if you haven't been egg shopping recently, here's some fear porn for you that's real. It's actually happening.
Inflation, as well as a worst bird flu outbreak in the U.S., has spiked American egg.
Oh, wait. Another kind of flu that's affecting my life negatively?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
that's what they want you to believe.
Well, in the what's our research tell us that in 1801, that was when the first pox virus was really. We read the original To Start of Inoculation book. We read all 15 pages of that, as I recall, and it said that it was all about cows and milk first.
That's right.
So it's a cycle, okay? You mess with the food chain, you mess with the animals, you mess with us. We are the ecosystem they're messing with. We are the Truman Show. We're supposed to be the top of the food chain. I'm starting to think it might be the chickens. I'm not sure.
Prices.
They're killing these chickens. The chickens got to know something.
Yeah, you're not no dummies. I can tell you that.
Well, they ain't just yoking it up. Did there?
The United States Department of Agriculture tells me from December 2021 to December 2022, the price of eggs quadrupled.
December of the year before, paying on average across the U.S. about $1.56 per dozen, and in December you saw almost close to $5 a dozen for grade A large egg.
According to the CDC, the avian flu has already
currently in my region, eggs are $8 a dozen. Ocho. A fistful plus 3.
affected 57.8 million birds in 47 different states. In Idaho, 29 farms were impacted, and we could be feeling the effects through next year, even at smaller local
29 farmers are impacted. Are you kidding me? They're burning in the ground.
Well, a weekend fire at one of the country's largest commercial egg producers has left thousands of hens dead. The fire happened at Hillendale Farms in eastern Connecticut. Local media reports say a co-op measuring 50 by 400 feet went up in flames on Saturday, and officials estimate 100,000 birds died in that fire. There's no word yet.
So I think one of the hens was smoking pot in the bathroom.
Well, I think they got all the chickens out, and then they set the whole thing on fire. What do you think?
No, they killed 100,000 hens.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, wait. It couldn't be maybe because of this, could it? Nah. I'm a conspiracy theorist. They're gonna do financial tyranny by taking the thing we can actually get that will help us against these numbers, and now they're burning down the facilities where we get them. Oh wait, I've got tabs left. What's this word right here? Say those 2 words out loud.
Collusive scheme by suppliers. Collusive.
Does that make sense? Are we theory collusionists now? Or are we propagating collusionist theory? Which one? Because according to this, the egg prices jumped 60%. I got a quadrupling. One farm claims major eggs have engaged a collusive scheme to gauge and fix prices to boost profits. Oh, but no worry, man. Some 3-letter guys are on it. Yeah, they're on it. They're on this. No, we don't know, man. This all comes as consumers across the U.S. battle high egg prices. And yeah, high egg prices, yes. 60%, quadrupling. Okay. But don't worry. Don't worry. There's another department here that talks about the avian flu outbreak, but you know whose fault it's not?
Oh, my.
No, we're going to come around. This is going to make sense. I'm trying to make this an update that we can get posted out there and see how many places we can get canceled.
We're here today with Bill Gates. A lot to talk about what he's been working on. And Mr. Gates, thank you so much for being with us. I'd like to talk to you about your approach to vaccinations. You wrote something recently, and like you always do, you kind of looked at the problem from a scientific and business perspective on things. You've invested.
Yeah, the guy who's not a doctor, who didn't graduate from college, who stole the operating system from IBM in a branding deal, has never done anything, and whose great-grandfather, William Gates, whose best friend's name was Eugene, eugenics. I'm working on that show. I'm not kidding. When I saw Eugene and eugenics, I thought, oh my God, this is too easy. I'm still working on it. But this guy is a generational shithead.
$10
They
billion
told us in the movies.
2 decades.
Say again.
I said they mention it in the movies how he's not a good guy.
Yeah, this is a friend of Epstein. Yeah. Fuck, there goes YouTube.
And you figured out the return on investment for that. And it kind of stunned me. Can you walk us through the math?
Well, it's pretty impressive.
Well, it's pretty impressive that I could kill this many people and still make this much money.
That when you take these vaccines,
and you force them on everyone, and you give them away, and you're
get them to be very inexpensive by making big volume commitments, have that right relationship with the private sector, get the delivery system so they're really getting the coverage out there.
Yeah. Give kids $100 gift certificates for candy. Doing that in New York right now, this week.
You literally save millions of lives. And 20 years ago, when we created these new multilateral organizations, Gavi for the vaccines, Global Fund.
Many years ago. Well, we did this a long time ago, but it cannot be his fault. No way. I've never wished I had a chicken coop so badly. Liz Young, the head of investment at Strategy SoFi, says in a tweet. Egg prices are sizzling. It's actually a pretty good lead. I like that. Look, they're all over the place. This can potentially earn income. Oh, wait, it's an ad for investors. Egg producers. Wait, is Bill Gates working? Yes, he is. It's another show. It's the next one in the bag, by the way. Gates made a point to vaccinate chickens before it's too late.
Oh.
There's your freaking money shot. If they're set, eventually it helped 30% of the rural families in sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa? What about helping these guys whose shit just burned to the ground? They're a big company. Oh, wait, got to control that number. And can't have any eggs. Can't have any eggs unless we vaccinate the chickens. Right there, baby. Right there. The point is to vaccinate before, wait for it, dun, dun, dun. It's too late. Ask the mainstream media. They're going to tell you it is not Bill's fault. Stop eating eggs, dude. Oh, you don't want to stop? I will stop you. I'll stop you by doing this.
Yet on what caused the blaze. This all comes as consumers across the U.S. battle high prices for eggs and producers combat the worst high-path avian influenza outbreak in the U.S. history.
Oh my God, an avian flu outbreak? What do you think we're going to do with an avian flu outbreak? We're going to vaccinate the chickens. They got all those asleep chickens to get vaccinated. They walked their own asses in. This is a shot across the bow to all chickens right here. All the chickens that are watching CNN in the background, they're watching.
Well, a weekend fire at one of the country's largest commercial egg producers says.
So all the chickens just said, shit, we better get vaccinated. Because guess what? Here comes Bill. He gonna vaccinate you.
Or burn you down. One of the two.
I will burn you down. I will tyrannize you. Is this CNN this week? You watch the same thing I am? This is a cycle. And if you don't like our cycle, then we are going to tyrannize you.
Left thousands of hens dead. The fire happened at Hillendale Farms in eastern Connecticut. Local media reports say a co-op measuring 50 by 400 feet went up in flames on.
Went up in flames. It's a good thing that this guy is on top of it.
For HIV, TB, and malaria. We didn't know they'd be successful. They've gone through lots of challenges about making sure the money gets there, making sure the efficiency is right. But as we look at upcoming replenishments for those, and we've got so much distraction politically that the internet.
Watch the chuckle.
Yeah.
But as we look,
yeah, he's just talking about what he's doing next. Man, those chickens got no idea what's coming at them.
Upcoming replenishments for those.
That's the punishment for the people who don't comply.
And we've got so much distraction.
Distraction.
Look at
the
that.
word distraction.
Yeah, that's your thumbnail, honey.
Hold up.
That's pretty good thumbnail.
Got it.
Maybe you can Photoshop an egg coming out of his mouth. Oh, I like that a lot, as a matter of fact. See if you can pull that off. Okay, that's my show. Okay, we're under 20. So you got any feedback there? Anything that you think is I mean, I know Studio Iron has gasped a couple of times. Man, I'm glad I'm not a chicken.
I'm just going to repeat. I'll never forget when the doctor said, you can never eat an egg again. Don't take a lick of that egg in that cake mix when you bake that cake. Don't touch eggs. It's going to kill you.
Eggs
Hey,
are great.
I've eaten more eggs in the last year than I've eaten my life.
If you make an egg salad with a little bit of spicy mayonnaise and black olives, the olives bring all the salt in. It's yummy. Oh, God. On toasted sourdough bread with a bib lettuce, maybe a little tomato.
You know I'm fasting, right?
Well, yeah, I know. I'm teasing you. And I'm making my grocery shopping list at the same time here. So, look, if I haven't told you lately, I appreciate you. You know, I don't like these shows. This is fear porn, and I just don't. We got to know what's going on. If we're not aware, we just don't see it coming. So, do your own research. If you want all the links, they're on the locals library. Go find Gandalph, and we're trying to be everywhere. I think we got Twitter rolling up this week too.
Cool.
Okay. If I haven't told you lately, Wendy, I appreciate you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I hope everyone in the sound of my voice knows that if you don't tell yourself you're fantastic, no one else will. Ha!